The station drifted at the edge of neutral space, far from any empire border. It was old, scarred, and always busy. Ships of many shapes waited in long lines. Some were burned by plasma fire. Some leaked strange lights and fluids. Most of them were not human. Yet almost all of them waited for the same place. The human repair bay. Captain Hera stood on the command deck of her damaged cruiser and watched through the wide screen. Her ship had survived 3 battles in one cycle. The hull was cracked. The engines shook when they ran. Her people were tired and afraid. Other repair docks had refused them. The alien guild bays said the damage was too strange. The corporate bays asked for impossible payment. So Hera came here, even though her elders warned her not to trust humans. The human bay looked simple. No gold symbols. No banners of power. Just gray walls, wide doors, and many moving lights. Small human workers moved across the bay in steady lines. They did not rush. They did not panic. They moved like they knew time was important, but fear was not. A human voice came through the channel. Calm, clear. Alien cruiser, this is Bay 7. We see your damage. You are clear to dock. Please cut main power and keep life support on. We will guide you. Captain Hera felt her claws tighten around the rail. No long questions. No threats. No delay. Just help. Her first officer, Sella, leaned close. Captain, are you sure? Humans are said to be reckless. Hera kept her eyes on the bay. Reckless does not sound like this. This sounds prepared. The ship moved slowly into the bay. Magnetic clamps locked in place with deep sounds that echoed through the hull. Almost at once, the shaking stopped. The engines went silent. For the first time in many cycles, the ship felt still. Airlocks connected. The door opened. A human woman stepped inside with 2 others behind her. She wore simple dark work clothing, marked with oil and burn stains. Her hair was tied back. Her face showed focus, not fear. I am Park Jisu, she said. I manage this bay. Welcome. You and your crew are safe here. She did not bow. She did not demand rank. She spoke like safety was already decided. Captain Hera studied her closely. You know our systems are not human. Many refuse to touch them. Jisu nodded once. Yes, that is why we will start slow. That answer confused Hera more than any refusal would have. Soon, human engineers spread through the ship. They did not open everything at once. They scanned. They asked permission before cutting panels. When they found something they did not understand, they stopped and talked together, instead of guessing. Hera followed one small group and watched. A young human male knelt near a cracked power line. His name tag read Li Doyan. He traced the damage with a light tool and shook his head. This alloy bends under heat. He said, we assumed it would crack clean. Good thing we checked. Another human, Kim Hera, stood beside him. Then we changed the brace shape, not the material. They spoke openly, like mistakes were normal things, not shameful secrets. Hera felt something shift inside her. Among her people, error was hidden. Among many species, error was punished. Here, error was studied. Hours passed. Human workers brought food and water to waiting alien crews. No one was charged. When an alien asked why, a human simply said, repairs take time. Hungry crews make bad choices. Hera heard that sentence repeated across the bay in many forms. Simple logic. No pride. At one point, an alarm sounded in another dock. A non-human bay sealed its doors and powered shields. Panic spread among ships waiting nearby. Crews shouted. Orders conflicted. The human bay did not close. Park Jisu stood at the center platform and raised her voice. Not loud, but firm. All teams hold. Finish what is open. No new cuts. Safety first. Her workers obeyed at once. Captain Hera watched as humans stayed exposed while others hid. She asked Jisoo, "Why do you not seal the bay?" Jisoo answered without looking away from her displays. "If something fails inside a ship, sealing the bay traps everyone. We stay open so we can move." It was not brave words. It was a plan. Later, Hera spoke privately with her crew. "Watch how they work," she said. "They do not act like heroes. They act like caretakers." Her engineer replied, "Captain." They logged a fault they caused themselves and fixed it without being asked. That surprised Hera most of all. As the cycle ended, power returned to the cruiser's secondary systems. The ship felt stronger than it had in many cycles. Human tools were removed carefully. Every change was explained. Every risk was listed. Park Jisoo met Hera again near the exit. "We will need 2 more cycles to finish," Jisoo said. "There is hidden stress near your jump core. We found it because we assumed we might be wrong." Hera looked at her. "Many in the galaxy say humans are dangerous." Jisoo allowed herself a small, tired smile. "We are. To problems." Captain Hera returned to her ship with a heavy mind. Humans did not dominate the bay with weapons or threats. They dominated with patience, honesty, and work that continued even when no one was watching. As her cruiser rested safely in the human repair bay, Hera sent a quiet message to other captains. She trusted. If your ship is breaking, and pride will not save you, go to the humans. They will not judge your failures. They will fix them. The next cycle began with a new arrival at the human repair bay. The ship was smaller than Captain Hera's cruiser, but far older. Its surface was dark and uneven, covered in symbols no one on the station could read. Power flickered across its hull like weak breathing. Many alien captains moved their ships away when they saw it. "Arrive." Whispers spread fast. Ship should not still exist. That technology is. Forbiddens. Humans should not touch it. The ship drifted closer to Bay 7. Anyway, got inside the bay control room. Park Jisoo studied the scans with a tight expression. "This design predates most modern records," she said. "No clear system map. No shared standards." Lee Do-yeon leaned forward. "Then we do not force it to fit us." Kim Era nodded. "We let it tell us how it works." Jisoo looked at both of them. Slow and careful. One system at a time. The alien captain of the ancient ship finally opened a channel. His voice was low and tired. "If you cannot repair us, we understand. Others have already refused." Jisoo answered at once. "We can look. No promises beyond that." The ship docked. The moment humans stepped inside, they realized how different it was. The walls responded to touch like living skin. Power lines shifted position when scanned. Standard tools gave false readings. Hera paused and pulled her hand back. "This system reacts to pressure and heat. If we rush, it may defend itself." Do-yeon slowly powered down his scanner. "Then we observe before acting." They spent hours doing almost nothing. Humans sat, watched lights pulse, listened to faint vibrations through the floor. They wrote notes. They compared patterns. They argued quietly, not to win, but to understand. Alien crews watching from outside grew uneasy. "They are wasting time. Our engineers would already be done or dead." Captain Hera observed from her restored command deck. She remembered how humans worked on her ship. This felt the same. Patience before pride. A small failure came first. One human cut into a panel too early. The system reacted. The lights dimmed sharply. A pulse knocked 2 engineers off their feet. Alarms rang. Other bays sealed instantly. 7 stayed open. Park. Jisoo's voice cut through the noise. "Everyone stop. Fall back 3 steps. No blame. Report what you felt. The injured engineers stood up on their own. One spoke. The pulse followed the cut. It was not random. Era added. It warned us. Jisoo nodded. Then it can communicate. Instead of forcing repairs, humans adjusted their approach. They used softer tools. Lower heat. They changed their movement speed. Slowly, the ship stopped resisting. Hours later, power stabilized. The alien captain stared at the readings in disbelief. "You did not conquer it," he said. Doyan replied. "We listened." Word spread fast. More damaged ships changed course toward the human bay. Some captains waited in line without docking anywhere else. They trusted the humans more than their own guilds now. This attention did not go. Unnoticed dock representatives from a powerful alien repair guild arrived on the station. They watched from a distance with cold interest. To them, repair bays were power, influence, control. One of them spoke quietly. Humans are gaining loyalty without asking for it. Inside Bay 7, humans kept working. Era discovered a deep fracture in the ancient ship's core support. If this fails, the ship will collapse during jump. Jisoo studied the data. Can we fix it? Era hesitated. Yes, but our solution will change how the ship behaves. Slightly. Jisoo opened a channel to the alien captain. We found a serious risk. We can fix it, but the ship will handle differently after. You must decide. The captain was silent for a long moment. No one has ever asked me before. Do it. The repair took all remaining hours of the cycle. Humans rotated shifts. No one was forced to stay, yet many did. They slept on the floor. They shared tools and stories with alien crew members waiting nearby. Captain, Hera spoke with another alien commander watching the bay. Why do you trust them? He asked. Hera answered honestly. Because they admit what they do not know. When the ancient ship powered up fully, the bay grew quiet. Systems held steady. No alarms. No resistance. The alien captain bowed deeply. You have given my ship more than repair. You gave it a future. Jisoo shook her head. You gave us permission to learn. That statement spread faster than any message. Across the station, captains began to understand why humans were different. They did not repair ships to show strength. They repaired them to keep others alive. As the cycle ended, Bay 7's queue was longer than ever. Human repair bays across the sector began receiving the same requests. Captain, Hera watched the lights of the bay glow against the dark of space. Humanity's power was becoming clear, not through force, but through care that refused to stop, even when it would have been easier to turn away. The third cycle began with warning lights across the station. A pirate strike hit the outer lanes without notice. Weapons fire scarred docking rings. Power failed in 3 sectors at once. Ships screamed across open channels asking for help. Many repair bays reacted the same way. Doors closed. Shields rose. Access codes locked. Crews were ordered to stay inside their own ships. 7 did not close. Park Jisoo stood at the center platform and watched damage reports scroll past. We will triage, she said. Engines first. Life support always. No hero moves. Teams answered at once. Kim Era pulled on a fresh set of gloves and checked her tools. Lee Doyan ran diagnostics on incoming ships before they even docked. Han Yusiak coordinated traffic, guiding damaged vessels into safe lanes with clear, calm instructions. Captain Hara's cruiser shook as a blast wave rolled through the station. She stabilized her ship and opened a channel to Bay 7. You are exposed, she warned. Close your doors. Jisoo replied, If we close, ships with failing cores will have nowhere to go. That was the end of the discussion. The first ship arrived burning. Its hull was torn open. Atmosphere leaked into space. Human tugs latched on and pulled it inside while engineers ran along the bay floor, sealing breaches with foam and plates. Inside the ship, alien crew members waited in fear. Humans entered without weapons. They spoke in short, clear sentences. This way. Breathe slow. Follow the lights. Fear eased when voices stayed steady. Another ship arrived, then another. Soon the bay was full beyond safe limits. Jisoo made a hard choice. We hold at this number. We work faster, not wider. No one argued. A power surge knocked out tools on the left side of the bay. Sparks flew. An engineer fell. Hera was there at once. Stay down. I have you. The engineer stood with help and nodded. Work resumed. Across the station, alien captains watched through shared feeds. They saw humans refuse to abandon strangers. They saw them make room by reorganizing instead of turning ships away. They saw humans give up their own safety margins so others could survive. Captain Ryan of an insectoid carrier waited outside the bay, engines failing. His species valued strict order. What he saw looked like chaos. Yet nothing failed. Humans moved with purpose. Each action had a reason. Each risk was shared. Ryan opened a channel. Human Bay, my engines will fail in minutes. Han Yuziak answered, hold position. We are clearing space. But your limits, we know them, Han said. We also know when to bend. They pulled Ryan's ship in with seconds to spare. Inside Bay 7, fatigue began to show. Hands shook. Voices grew hoarse. Jisoo ordered rotations and forced rest breaks. No one works broken, she said. That helps no one. She handed out water herself. A rumor spread that pirates were preparing a second strike. Fear returned to the station. Some captains begged humans to arm the bay. Jisoo refused. Weapons change focus, she said. Our focus is survival. Captain Hera heard that and understood. Humans did not deny danger. They chose their role anyway. A damaged alien fighter exploded outside the bay, debris slamming into the open doors. Shockwaves rippled across the floor. For a moment, it seemed the bay would fail. Hera grabbed a railing. Doyan braced a panel. Han rerouted power by hand. The doors held. Cheers rose from waiting crews. Not loud, just relief. Hours passed like that. One crisis after another. Humans recorded every failure and every fix. When a temporary solution was used, it was marked clearly so it would not be forgotten later. An alien medic watched humans treat wounded crew members of other species without hesitation. You gain nothing from this, she said. A human replied, we gain time. For what? For everyone to keep going. As the pirate threat faded, the station slowly returned to order. Other bays reopened. But many ships stayed where they were. With the humans, Captain Ryan met Captain Hera near the observation deck. Your trust was not misplaced, he said. Hera answered. It was not trust at first. It was need. They watched Bay 7 together. Inspectors from the Repair Guild arrived again, this time closer. They expected to find rule breaks, hidden costs, secret control. They found tired humans cleaning floors. They found open logs showing mistakes and fixes. They found no traps. One inspector asked Jisoo, why take such risk? Jisoo thought before answering. Because if we do not, someone else pays the price. The inspector had no reply. As the cycle ended, Bay 7 finally powered down non-essential systems. Humans rested where they stood. Some slept against tool crates. Some shared quiet food with alien crews who had nowhere else to go. Captain Hera returned to her ship and sent another message. Broader this time. When the galaxy breaks, humans stay open. That is why captains choose them, not because they are fearless, because they refuse to turn away. After the pirate attack, the station felt different. The noise was lower. The lights seemed softer. Ships stayed docked longer than required. Crews walked slower, watching the human bay with new attention. The Repair Guild did not like this change. Their delegation returned with full authority this time. Tall figures in formal armor entered the station, followed by record drones and legal observers. Their leader spoke clearly so all could hear. Human repair operations will undergo a full review. Many captains grew nervous. Some feared the humans would be shut down. Others feared what would happen if they were. Park Jisoo met the delegation at the entrance of Bay 7. She did not block the way. She did not offer favors. You may observe, she said. You may ask. You may not interfere with active repairs. The leader of the delegation paused. You speak as if you have authority. Jisoo answered, I speak as if lives are working. The inspectors entered. They expected disorder after the crisis. They expected broken rules hidden behind good stories. Instead, they found clean records, clear timelines, and open access to every system log. Han Yusiak guided them through the bay. Every shortcut is marked, he explained. Every risk is recorded. If something fails later, the captain will know why. One inspector frowned. You admit faults openly. Yes, Han said. They already happened. In the core workspace, Kim Era worked on a foreign drive system. She noticed the inspectors watching and spoke without stopping her task. This part overheats under long use. We warned the captain. He accepted the limit. The inspector asked, What if he blames you later? Era replied, Then we show him the warning he signed. The inspector said nothing. A sudden alert sounded. A ship in a neighboring bay reported a power spike. The guild bays sealed again. Bay 7 stayed open. Lee Doyun checked the readings. The spike is false. Sensor drift. An inspector scoffed. You assume confidence. Doyun shook his head. No, we checked twice. The spike faded. No damage followed. Captain Hera observed the inspection from a distance. She watched how humans did not perform for the inspectors. They worked the same way they always did. Later, the delegation requested private interviews. They spoke with alien captains first. One by one, captains told similar stories. Humans explained risks. Humans asked consent. Humans stayed when others closed doors. Captain Ryan spoke last. They did not save us because it was profitable. They saved us because it was possible. The inspectors turned to the humans. One asked Jisoo, Why do you not charge more? Demand loyalty. Jisoo answered simply, Because repairs are not chains. Another asked, Why admit mistakes that could be used against you? Jisoo replied, Because hidden mistakes hurt later. The delegation withdrew to deliberate. Hours passed. During that time, a junior human technician made a serious error. A clamp was set wrong. Pressure built too fast. Alarms rang. The technician froze. Era stepped in. Say it out loud. I set the clamp wrong, the technician said. Good, Era replied. Now we fix it. They shut down the line and corrected the error. No damage occurred. The inspectors returned in time to see the full report entered into the system. With names attached. One inspector whispered, They punish no one. The leader answered quietly, They correct. When the decision was announced, the station gathered to listen. Human repair bays will continue operations, the leader said. No violations found. Relief moved through the docks. The leader continued. Further, guild bays are advised to review human practices. That caused shock. After the delegation left, Bay 7 returned to normal work. No celebration. No speeches. Captain Hera met Park Jisoo once more. You changed the balance of power, she said. Jisoo shook her head. We just kept working. Across the station, messages spread wider than before. Not warnings this time, but guidance. If you want control, go elsewhere. If you want survival, go to the humans. The human bay lights stayed on as ships came and went, not as symbols of dominance, but as quiet signs that someone would still be there when systems failed and rules ran out. The station entered a calm phase after the inspection. Traffic did not slow. It changed shape. Ships arrived not only damaged, but early. Captains came before failure instead of after it. They wanted human eyes on their systems. They wanted honest answers. Bay 7 became a pattern. Other stations copied the layout. Wide doors, clear lanes, shared workspaces. Human teams were invited to train mixed crews. They did not take control. They taught methods. Park Jisoo watched this spread with quiet care. If they copy the rules without the reason, it will fail, she said. Lee Do-yeon replied. Then we explain the reason again. Kim Era added, as many times as it takes. A message arrived from a distant sector. A convoy was stranded near a dead star. Multiple ships were failing at once. The local guild bays had closed due to radiation risk. The request was simple. Can humans help? 7 answered yes. A mobile repair group launched within hours. Humans packed tools, spare parts, and basic supplies. No weapons were added. No flags were raised. Captain Hara volunteered to escort them. The journey was slow and dangerous. Radiation storms forced careful timing. When they arrived, the sight was grim. Ships drifted powerless. Life support was fading. Humans began work at once. They set limits and followed them. They rotated crews. They shared air and power between ships to keep everyone alive. When a fix could not be made safely, they said so and found another way. One alien captain asked Jisoo, "Why come so far?" Jisoo answered, "Because distance does not change need." Repairs took days. Not all ships could be saved fully. Humans told the truth each time. Some ships would limp home. Some would be towed. All crews would live. When the convoy finally moved again, captains sent messages ahead. Not praise. Instructions. Follow human methods. Back at the station, the repair guild faced pressure. Captains demanded changes. Open logs, clear warnings. Shared risk. Some resisted, many adapted. Bay 7 received fewer emergencies now. That was a success. Captain Ryan visited one last time before departure. You made yourselves less needed, he said. Jisoo smiled. That is the goal. Captain Hera prepared to leave as well. Her cruiser was stronger than ever, not just in hull and engine, but in crew spirit. She met Jisoo at the bay entrance. My people will remember this, Hera said. Jisoo answered. Then remember the method, not the names. As ships departed, Bay 7 did not grow quiet. New crews arrived to learn. Humans taught them how to read signs of failure early, how to admit doubt, how to stop before damage became death. A young technician asked Era, "What if others use this to gain power?" Era replied, "Then the power will be care. Let them try to abuse that." Across the sector, a phrase spread among captains. Humans fix ships the way they fix promises. They keep them. One cycle later, Park Jisoo stood alone in the bay during a rare quiet hour. Tools were clean. Floors were marked with fresh lines. Systems hummed steady. She recorded a final log for the day. Repairs complete. No hidden faults. Lessons shared. She looked out at the stars through the open doors. Humanity had not set out to lead. It had chosen to stay present. To keep doors open when closing them would be easier. to accept blame before praise. That was why alien captains favored human repair bays, not because humans were strongest, but because when everything began to fail, humans stayed and made sure others could leave whole.